Hello everyone, and welcome back to IELTS Time. In today's video, we'll look at an IELTS Speaking Part 3 topic, trying new experiences and adventure. You'll watch a mock Part 3 interview between Jessica and Joseph, followed by a clear breakdown of each response using slides. The focus is on how ideas are developed and how language is used to express those ideas naturally and clearly. Let's begin with the mock interview.
Why do some people enjoy trying new and exciting activities?
I think it really comes down to a deep-seated need for novelty. You know, most of us get stuck in a bit of a rut with work and daily routines, so trying something new provides that much-needed dopamine hit. Beyond the rush, though, it's about pushing your boundaries. It's a way for people to prove to themselves that they're capable of more than they realized, which is incredibly rewarding.
Why are some people afraid of trying something new?
It's mostly the fear of the unknown, isn't it? Human beings are hardwired to prefer the tried and tested because it feels safe. There's also the ego factor. No one likes looking like a total amateur or failing publicly. For some, that risk of embarrassment or the potential for things to go wrong just carries more weight than the excitement of the experience itself.
Do you think young people are more willing to try exciting activities than older people?
Generally speaking, yes, but it's not a hard and fast rule. Younger people usually have a higher appetite for risk, partly because they don't have as many strings attached like mortgages or kids to worry about. Plus, there's a biological element. Younger brains are just more geared toward thrill-seeking. That said, I've met plenty of retirees who are taking up skydiving, so it really depends on the individual's outlook on life.
What kinds of exciting activities are popular in your country?
Lately, there's been a massive trend toward domestic adventure travel. People are flocking to the mountains for things like trekking or whitewater rafting. But it's not just physical stuff. Escape rooms have become a huge hit in cities. They offer a different kind of adrenaline, more of a mental challenge, and they've become the go-to activity for birthday parties or team-building events.
Do you think people today have more opportunities for exciting activities than in the past?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, thanks to modern infrastructure and technology, activities that used to be quite niche or expensive are now totally accessible. You can book a scuba diving session or a flight to a different continent in about 2 minutes on your phone. In the past, those things were reserved for the elite, but now the commercialization of adventure has brought it to the masses.
Why are extreme sports becoming more popular nowadays?
I suspect it's a bit of a rebellion against our sedentary lifestyles. Most of us spend all day staring at screens in air-conditioned offices, which is a bit soul-crushing. Extreme sports offer a way to feel alive again, that raw, visceral connection to nature. And honestly, social media plays a huge role. Seeing someone post an epic video of themselves mountain biking makes other people think, hey, I want to try that too.
Do you think trying new activities can help people develop confidence?
Definitely, it's all about stepping out of your comfort zone. When you tackle something unfamiliar and actually succeed, it gives you a massive boost in self-efficacy. It's like you're building an evidence log of your own resilience. Even if you don't master it right away, just knowing you had the guts to try it makes you feel much more self-assured in other areas of life.
How can people make sure exciting activities are safe?
It's all about calculated risk. You don't want to be reckless, so the first step is usually finding a reputable provider with the right certifications. It's vital to listen to the experts and not cut corners with safety gear. Basically, as long as you're doing your due diligence and following professional advice, you can enjoy the thrill without actually putting your life on the line.
Should schools encourage students to take part in adventurous activities?
I'm a firm believer in that. Books can only teach you so much. Adventurous activities act as a proving ground for life skills like leadership, teamwork, and staying calm under pressure. It's a form of experiential learning that builds character in a way that sitting at a desk simply can't. It teaches kids how to manage fear, which is a pretty essential life skill.
How does social media influence people's interest in exciting activities?
It's a bit of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's a great source of inspiration and exposes people to incredible hobbies they might never have heard of. On the other hand, it can lead to performative adventurism. Some people are more focused on getting the perfect shot for their grid than actually enjoying the moment. It can sometimes make these activities feel more like a competition for likes than a personal journey.
That was a very strong set of responses from Joseph. Now let's slow things down and look more closely at how each answer works, focusing on the ideas he develops and the language he uses to support them. Question 1. Why do some people enjoy trying new and exciting activities? In Joseph's response, what stands out is that he doesn't describe excitement as simple fun. Instead, he frames it as a deeply human psychological need. The phrase deep-seated need for novelty suggests that curiosity is wired into us, not just a passing mood. By mentioning a dopamine hit, he connects emotion to brain chemistry, which gives the idea more weight. He then shifts the focus from pleasure to growth, using pushing your boundaries, suggesting that excitement often comes from discovering personal potential rather than simple entertainment. Question 2. Why are some people afraid of trying something new? Here, Joseph explores fear from both a mental and social perspective. Phrases like fear of the unknown and tried and tested highlight our natural desire for safety. He then adds an important social dimension by introducing the ego factor. By mentioning embarrassment and public failure, he reframes fear as something tied to self-image and social self-perception. Not just physical danger, this makes the answer more nuanced and realistic. Question 3. Are young people more willing to try exciting activities than older people? Joseph avoids oversimplifying the issue by saying it's not a hard and fast rule. This immediately signals balanced thinking. The metaphor strings attached efficiently summarizes adult responsibilities, while appetite for risk captures the emotional side of youth. By ending with the idea that it depends on the individual's outlook on life, he shifts the discussion away from age and toward mindset, suggesting that personality matters more than demographics. Question 4. What kinds of exciting activities are popular in your country? In this response, Joseph connects individual activities to wider social trends. The phrase domestic adventure travel helps him describe what is currently popular at a national level, rather than listing isolated hobbies. By contrasting physical activities like trekking with mental challenges such as escape rooms, he shows that excitement takes different forms. This gives the answer breadth and reflects the varied preferences found within modern society. Question 5. Do people today have more opportunities for exciting activities than in the past? Joseph answers this question with a clear and confident stance, opening with, "Oh, without a doubt," which immediately removes hesitation. He explains the increase in opportunities through concrete causes, pointing to modern infrastructure and technology. Terms like niche and reserved for the elite describe how limited access used to be, while brought it to the masses highlights how widely available these activities have become. By giving practical examples such as booking a scuba diving session or a flight on a phone, he makes the idea of increased opportunity feel immediate and realistic. Question 6. Why are extreme sports becoming more popular nowadays? Joseph links routine modern life to emotional dissatisfaction. Phrases like sedentary lifestyles and soul-crushing capture the mental fatigue of screen-based office routines, which he then contrasts with the raw, visceral connection to nature that extreme sports provide. This framing suggests that people are drawn to intensity and emotional engagement. Finally, social media is presented as a powerful influence, with shared videos encouraging others to imagine themselves having similar experiences. Question 7. Can trying new activities help people develop confidence? Here, Joseph introduces psychological depth with the term self-efficacy. The metaphor and evidence log of resilience is especially effective because it presents confidence as something accumulated over time through experience. This framing acknowledges difficulty and gradual progress, showing that confidence grows through repeated effort rather than instant mastery. Question 8. How can people make sure exciting activities are safe? Joseph reframes safety as responsibility rather than fear. The phrase calculated risk suggests balance, while due diligence and reputable provider emphasize preparation and informed decision-making. By stressing the importance of expert advice and proper equipment, he presents thrill and safety as compatible when approached thoughtfully rather than recklessly. Question 9. Should schools encourage students to take part in adventurous activities? Joseph treats adventure as education rather than recreation. Calling it a proving ground suggests real-world testing, while experiential learning frames these activities as meaningful development. By focusing on skills like leadership, teamwork, and managing fear under pressure, he connects adventure directly to long-term personal growth rather than short-term enjoyment. Question 10. How does social media influence people's interest in exciting activities? Joseph offers a balanced perspective by describing social media as a double-edged sword. While it can inspire people and introduce new activities, the phrase performative adventurism highlights how experiences can turn into public displays rather than personal moments. By contrasting competition for likes with a personal journey, he questions whether excitement is being pursued for genuine enjoyment or for online validation. That brings us to the end of today's lesson on trying new experiences and adventure. Through these questions, we've looked at why people seek excitement, what causes hesitation, and how new activities can shape confidence and personal growth. This topic shows that adventure isn't only about risk or thrill, but about mindset, identity, and how people respond to routine and change in modern life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.